Hi, I'm Anita. Welcome to my channel. I just wanted to let all my subscribers and viewers know that I had my cataract surgery a few weeks ago. If you watched my last video, you know I had to take a break, but it all turned out really well, and so I'm making a slow comeback and getting back into my video editing. And I just wanted to let you know, if you ever have to have cataract surgery, it is a piece of cake. You really want to get it done because your vision is one of the most important things that you want to take care of. And oh my goodness, I've noticed quite a difference in colors alone, and the focusing is really great. I don't need my glasses except for reading and doing my beading. I'll still need that, but my distance has improved 100%. Just incredible what they can do with the technology today. It's really great. All right, so with that said, I just wanted to update everybody that I'm back, and let's get started with our next video, Moonshine Earrings. Today I'm making a pair of earrings, and this is from one of my books titled Exquisite Stitching with Multi-Hole Beads. The author is Renee Kovnesky. So I'll be reviewing the materials first of all. You're going to need 6-pound fire line, size 12 beading needle. For tools, you're going to need a pair of scissors, flat nose pliers. And for your beading materials, you're going to need a couple of earring hooks. And I've got here some half moon beads. This is a 2-hole bead, if you want to get a close-up here. Got a little bit of a dome top. We've got a couple of teardrop. These are side drilled. And these are rather large, so if you have some more slender teardrops, that'll work just fine. I've got 11/0 in galvanized gold, 3mm. These are Rondelles, and the peach is the color. I've got 11/0 Miyuki seed beads. These are in a silver line red violet. And I also have those in a 15/0. So you're going to start by cutting a piece of your fire line, approximately 2 yards long, and get that on your beading needle, and then we'll get started. Okay, for material list, I'll have that in the description box. If you click more below this video, you'll get all the details to what materials, where to find them, including a link to my website. So we're going to start. Now that you have your needle threaded with 2 yards of fire line, you're going to be picking up 5 of your 11/0s in the violet and 5 of your half moon beads. Now for orientation, what you're going to do, you notice you've got 2 holes on your little half moon bead here, so we're going to be going in through the left hole. So if you orient these all so that the dome side is facing up, flat side down, you're going to start by picking up your 11/0, going through the left hole of your half moon bead. And you're going to do that 5 times. So we're picking up 11/0, half moon bead through the left hole, another 11/0, half moon bead, and you're doing that same direction, going through the left hole, picking up. So we need 5 11/0s and 5 of our half moon beads. So that's 1 extra I didn't need. So we're going to pull that down, and you're going to leave about a 6-inch tail on your thread. So that looks about right. So now we're going to take our needle and we're going to go back through all of our beads, starting from our 11/0 and the same hole you went through on your half moon bead. So just make sure you're not missing any of your beads. So I've got my needle going through all of the beads a second time. Pinch and pull your thread. We're going to pull that all together, just like that. pull your tail thread, draw that together, and from here your working thread should be coming out right where your tail thread is. We're going to be doing a surgeon's knot right here, so set your needle down, grab your tail thread, cross over your working thread, bring the tail through the loop twice. Then you're going to pull real tight to draw that knot to a close, just like that. Now you're going to advance your needle through the 11-0 just to get away from that knot. Pull that through. And that completes the first step. So that's what you should have so far. Now we're going to be switching to our 15-0. So pull those out. Your working thread should be exiting this 11-0 right here. We're going to be picking up 3 of our 15-0s. And we're going to bring our needle back through that same 11-0, following the thread path. So we're going in through the 11-0, coming out where our working thread is exiting. Going to pull that through and take your time. You don't want your thread to get tangled. So you're going to pull that, and that's going to form a little picot on top of the 11-0. Now we're going to advance our needle through that same hole on the half moon bead that we've been through and the next 11-0. Pull your thread through. And we're going to repeat that. Pick up 3 15-0s. We're exiting this 11-0. We're going to go back through the 11-0, through the half moon bead and the next 11-0. There you have another picot. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I did get a new web camera. I want to let my viewers know. And so far it's worked beautifully. I think my focusing is much better. So just make sure that picot is nice and snug up against that 11-0. So I wouldn't mind getting some feedback from my viewers, letting me know what you think of the new web camera. So this is my first video using the new camera, and it looks pretty good so far. So we're going to repeat this, do one more with you, and you're going to do the same thing all the way around. So you're picking up 3 15-0s, exiting that 11-0, going back through the 11-0. Then you're going to also advance through the half moon bead and the next 11-0. And you're going to do that for the next 2 steps as well. So I'm exiting this 11-0, going back through my last 11-0. I'm going to also go through the half moon bead. Pull that tight. Now you're going to advance your needle through the next 2 15-0s. So if you need to do that one at a time, because we want our needle to be exiting the second 15-0 in our picot. So you're coming out of this point right here. That's what you should have so far. So your thread should be exiting the second 15-0 in your picot. and then we'll go on to the next step. For our next step, we're going to start working with our rondelles. So right now our thread is exiting this second hole of our 50 nose. I'm going to pull my tail thread out of the way here. Pull that down. So I'm exiting right here. I'm going to pick up one of my rondelles. I'm exiting that second 50 no in this group of 3 on our picot. I'm going to jump over to the next set of picots, going through that center 50 no right there, that second 50 no in that next group. So we're going to pull that through. And you want that to sit on top. We're going to pick up another rondelle, exiting that second bead of the picot, going into the next 50 no and the next picot that's sticking up. We're going to repeat that all the way around. Coming down to my last rondelle, exiting that second 50 no, going through this last 50 no, pull that nice and tight. Make sure that all is centered. So that's what you should have so far. You've got your rondelles sitting in between each second 50 no in each group of picots. For our next step, we're going to go back to working with our 50 nos. We're exiting the second 50 no in our picot. We're going to advance through the next 50 no. And I've got a little slip knot here. See if we can work with that. Get my tail thread out of the way. Now that I'm exiting that last 50 no in my picot, I'm going to bring my needle through the 11 no right there. And if it gets caught on your half moon, just kind of pull it out of the way. Now we're going to pick up 3 50 nos. We're exiting that 11 no. We're going to go in through the second hole of our half moon bead. Right there. All right, we're going to continue. So we're going to be adding 3 50 nos on this side. So pick up 3 of your 50 nos. We're exiting the half moon bead. We're going to go through the 11 no. Right there. Pull that through. We're going to pick up 3 more 50 nos. Exiting the 11 no, going back through the half moon bead in the hole that we haven't been through yet. We're going to repeat that. Pick up 3 50 nos. exiting the half moon bead, going in through the 11-0. Pick up 3 15-0s, exiting the 11-0, going in through the empty hole of the half moon bead. You're going to repeat that all the way around. All right, I'm coming down to my last 3 15-0s, exiting the half moon bead right hole, coming in through the 11-0. Now we want to advance our needle through the 3 15-0s, now we're going to advance through the right hole of our half moon bead. That's where we want to be exiting to complete this row. So that's what you should have so far. For our next step, we're going to be working with our 15-0s and our rondelles. So right now our thread should be exiting the right hole of our half moon bead, right there. We're picking up a 15-0, a rondelle, 3 15-0s, a rondelle, and a 15-0. That's what you should have on your needle. We're exiting this half moon bead, right hole. We're going in through the next right hole of the next half moon bead. We're going to repeat that step, exiting the half moon bead here, pick up a 15-0, a rondelle, 3 15-0s, a rondelle, and 1 15-0. Exiting this half moon bead right hole, going into the very next half moon bead. And you're going to repeat that all the way around. I'm coming to my last section here, picking up a 15-0, a rondelle, 3 15-0s, a rondelle, and 1 15-0. Exiting here, going in through the next outer hole of our half moon bead. So your thread should be exiting right here, and that's what we have so far. So right now our thread is exiting our half moon bead right here. So we're going to go through the 15-0, the rondelle, and the 15-0. We're going to skip the next 15-0. Let's get this tail thread out of the way. And go through the next 15-0, rondelle, 15-0, and the half moon bead. Pull that tight, and we want that 15-0 that we skipped to pop out just a little. So it should look like that, with that little point. Now we're going to advance our needle through the next 15-0, rondelle, and the next 2 15-0s. So that's where your thread should be exiting. So now we're going to be adding our earring hook. So we're exiting the second 15-0. We're going to pick up one of our rondelles, 5 of our 15-0s. Now we're going to pick up our earring hook, and I'm picking up my earring hook with the front facing going from right to left. Now I'm going to pick up 4 of my 15-0s, bring that down, and I'm going to go back through the first 15-0 that I added, going in this direction. Pull your thread, pull that together. Now we're going to go back through the rondelle, and I'm going to go back through these two 15-0s and the rondelle, the next 15-0, and the half moon bead. Pull that together. You want to get the slack out of your thread. So we are exiting the half moon bead right here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my tail thread, thread that on another needle. I'm going to weave it just back through some beads, tie a couple of half-inch knots, and cut that thread off, and then we'll continue. Okay, now that I have my tail thread out of the way, we're going to continue. And what we're going to do is we're advancing our needle all the way through, so we're exiting this rondelle here to the right of our half moon bead. Right there is where we need to be exiting. So what we're going to do along the way is form our little points. So I'm coming out of the half moon bead. I'm going through the 15-0, the rondelle, and the first 15-0 in that next group. I'm going to skip the middle 15-0, go through the next 15-0, rondelle, 15-0, half moon bead, 15-0, rondelle, and the next 15-0. Pull, and you want that center bead in your picot to pop up. So pull nice and tight, so you should have a point like that. I'm exiting this rondelle, going to skip the next 15-0, go through the next 15-0, and exit the rondelle. Pull that tight and form that little point. So that's what you should have so far. Now we are going to add our teardrop. So we're exiting the rondelle. We're going to pick up 9 of our 15-0s. We're going to pick up our teardrop. Now you're going to pick up 4 of your 15-0s. So now, with our thread exiting here, we're going to go back up through the 5th 15-0 from where we started. So there's, let me pick this up so we can see that. So I'm counting back 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the 5th 15-0, and I'm going back up in that direction, like that. Pull your thread, and you want to draw that up so your teardrop is flush. So that's what you should have. From here, we're going to pick up 4 more of our 50-no's. And we're going to come through our rondelle and the next 50-no. So you're going in from left to right into the rondelle and then the next 50-no right there. Pull your thread, and that's going to bring your teardrop flush against your work. So that's what you should have so far. We're almost through. So all we're going to do at this point, let me get these out of the way, is we're going to continue doing our picot points for the other half, which we only have 1 more to go through. So I'm going to skip this next 50-no, go through the following 50-no and the rondelle, the 50-no and the half moon bead. Pull that tight, get that picot to make a point. So there it is. And make sure you have no slack in your thread. Now I'm going to do a half hitch knot right here. Come under a thread bridge. Form a small loop. Bring your needle through the loop and pull. Make sure that knot sits in between your beads. Pull nice and tight. Now we're just going to advance through the next 50-no, our rondelle, the 50-no. Now I'm going to retrace my path. I'm skipping that 50-no, going in through the next 50-no and rondelle. Go through the 50-no, the half moon bead, 50-no, rondelle, and 50-no. Now at this point, we're going to reinforce by coming back up through, looping around through our earring finding and down, tie a couple of half-hitch knots, and then we will wrap this video up. All right, here are beautiful moonshine earrings. Aren't those gorgeous? Look at that. Beautiful. And if for some reason your hook is not, oriented in the right direction, you can easily open it and just flip it around. So this concludes today's tutorial, and I hope you've enjoyed this video, and thank you for joining me today. And as I mentioned, this is a new web camera that I've used. I hope that you're able to give me some feedback on what you think. Is the focusing better? I would certainly love to hear all of your comments. I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and I'm going to have links in the description box below with all the products used in today's tutorial. I also have my own website where I sell my jewelry. You'll see this pair of earrings for sale and many other beautiful pieces, so check it out. I do have sales throughout the year, and some are really great discounts, so make sure you don't miss those opportunities. All right, if you're not a subscriber, I hope you do subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're notified when I upload new videos. And I want to thank all of you who have subscribed, liked, and commented, and you're sharing my links with your friends and family, watching, and you're returning to watch more videos. I really appreciate you coming back. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Happy beading, and I'll see you next time.